Hey guys, welcome to the channel and to part 2 of my F1 Fantasy 2022 season. We had the opening race yesterday, the Bahrain Grand Prix. Wow, what a doozy. I don't think people were expecting a lot of what happened to happen. I mean, congrats to Ferrari, to Leclerc, to Sainz. Big congrats to Kevin Magnussen. Well done to Bottas for making his way back up to 6th. Really gutted about McLaren, which is my team, which we'll get to in a bit. And really gutted for Gasly as well, the only retirement, the car overheating, sadly. Also Red Bulls struggled at the end. There was the problems that both Max and Sergio had at the end. I'm just going to say this now, I don't know if my computer's playing up a little bit, so I apologise if there's a bit of a lag. I'll try and edit as best I can. So anyway, we're going to review my team and make any changes that I feel are necessary. So I'm new to doing this on the PC, I usually do this on my phone. So I've just had a little look around. So like I say, it was the Bahrain Grand Prix, and here's the team. So Sainz, who's my turbo driver, scored 64 points. Lando scored 1 point. Gasly -4 because of the retirement. Perez 4 and Tsunoda 19. Now, if you're new to F1 Fantasy, the reason for Sainz and Tsunoda having the most points is because it doesn't just go by a race result, it goes by your qualifying, it goes by how many cars you've overtaken, by beating your teammate. There's a whole bunch of different ways of scoring points, but there's also ways of having points deducted, which unfortunately is retirements and things like that, and that's why Gasly's got -4. So obviously Sainz, my turbo driver, that means he scores twice the points, so he would have scored 32 technically. Obviously our highest scorer there, Perez, would have been higher up. Unfortunately he had that problem right at the end and ended up way down to I think like 18th. Tsunoda scored points, finishing in 9th I think. Lando, I guess that 1 point's for an overtake, and again Gasly the retirement. So let's have a look. So like I said, here's the breakdown. So Carlos, second place, 18 points, qualified in 3rd, so that was 8 points. Q3 finish was 3 points. Race positions gained 2, and he finished the race, so he got a point. Lando, Q2 finish, beat Ricciardo's teammate and finished the race. Gasly would have scored points had he not retired. He would have scored 6 points for Q3 finish, qualifying by beating his teammate, which was Tsunoda, and qualified in 10th. Perez, 4 points, qualified in 4th, Q3 finish, and he technically beat Verstappen in terms of the final result. Tsunoda 19. So this is what I'm saying. So he gained the most race positions. He gained 10 positions. He finished in 8th, sorry, and he beat Gasly because Gasly had the retirement. And then Ferrari was the team that I chose, 76 points, 25 for 1st, 18 for 2nd, and for qualifying in pole position, Leclerc, another 10 points. So looking at this, I think it's obvious technically who's the weakest one, and that is unfortunately Lando. The McLaren is way off. It's really gutting. I hope they'll be back sooner than later, but I don't think that'll be at Jeddah next week. Gasly would have scored 6. Tsunoda's good. So I think I know what changes I'll be making, or change really, but we'll get to that in a minute. Value, there's no changes in anyone's value or the team's value. I still have 2.5 million to spend in as backup. and the activity is just when I chose Sainz as my turbo driver. And over here we have the leagues. So I've got the DM McLaren F1F Open. It's free to join. Guys, currently ranked first out of 4. If you have joined, thank you very much. I won't go into these in this video because it's early. I'm still getting used to doing this on the PC. But this is an open league. Please feel free to join. I would, the more the merrier. Just a bit of fun. The DM versus MO league, that's actually between me and 2 colleagues that have got a joint enterprise, and I'm actually second there, so they're actually beating me. They're beating me by 36 points at the moment. The McLaren league, ranked 93.4 out of 258,000. So what's that? Over half. So in the midfield, over just above mid-table. In the United Kingdom, 109 out of 283. So again, actually top third. Top third, almost. And in the Global League, 528 out of 1.22 million. So looking at the top, 40-ish%. I'm not great with maths, which is probably not a good thing for this, but yeah, just above mid-table on the McLaren, the United Kingdom Global. Winning my own league at the moment, but again, more the merrier. And I'm behind my colleagues at work in our little private thing that we've got going on here. Scored 160 points in total. So let's go to the Saudi Arabia Grand Prix for next week. And like I said, I've got 2.5. I've still got my Mega Driver card to use. I'm not going to use that yet, I don't think. And I've still got my wild card. So in terms of the changes, I get free six substitutes, but I think I only really need 1. To be honest, as you can see, my team's DM McLaren F1F because McLaren's my team. However, just like when I did part 1, when I went for the Ferrari over McLaren, sorry Lando, I hope I can put you back in the team later down the line, but at the moment the car's just not there. And hello, I didn't think I would be able to afford Leclerc, so I was actually gonna choose between Kevin Magnussen and Valtteri Bottas, but I think this is a no-brainer. Leclerc is available, and so I think I'm gonna do the glory hunting thing for this one and go Leclerc. I'm actually surprised I can do that, and I think that is going to do it. Now what's even more interesting is the fact that your turbo driver has to be under 20 million in terms of value. So I could actually make Leclerc my turbo driver. So let's see if I can remember how to do this. Turbo, So I am going to change to Leclerc for obvious reasons, and that is a solid team. Providing the Red Bull is okay from next week onwards, and providing Tsunoda keeps improving, it's gradual, but he is improving, and providing Gasly doesn't have any overheating issues, that is a solid team. I'm really happy with that. I genuinely thought I was going to have to pick between K-Mag and Valtteri. As you can see, that's my colleagues' joint enterprise team. They haven't updated their team yet. So yeah, that's really good. Okay, so that's going to be my team for heading into round 2 at Jeddah. Just so you know, I've started a little side channel called Delta Main. I'll put a card up in top right corner where I'm just started a Grid Autosport career on the Nintendo Switch. I was doing a career on this channel, but I'm going more towards the fantasy team route. So on that other channel, I've started a career, and I'll be doing a race weekend in line with every Formula 1 race weekend, working through the career. It's partly a goof, but it's also for me to get used to using a wheel in game, because I've only got a cheap £20 budget numbskull wheel. If you go over to the channel and check out the video, you'll see what I mean. But for me, I want to get good at racing games. I'm okay, but I'm still, manual gears in that at the moment. I've played a bit of Formula 1 over the last few years. I used to play a lot of Gran Turismo, but I've really got into my racing over the last few years. And so if you go check out that channel, that would really help me out. Just so you know, beforehand, I did have some technical issues, so the video ain't great, but I'll have round 2 hopefully this weekend with the end of our first championship. Anyway, as for this will be my team for Jeddah, and then next week we will, either next week or the week after, because there will be a week break, I'll then decide on who I will be picking for, I think round 3 is in Australia. But yeah, so there you go. That's going to be my Saudi Arabian fantasy team. Thanks for checking out the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Remember to check out my other videos. I did a 1 fantasy team for 1X this weekend, over the weekend. Check that out if you're into MMA, Muay Thai and kickboxing. And yeah, and finally, apologies, I should have said this in the beginning. Thank you so much to everyone that checked out part 1 of this mini-series. I really wasn't expecting to get as many views as I did. I think we're up to about 829 views now on that video. Really means a lot to me. Really wasn't expecting it. Thank you so much. And with that, thank you. Take care. All the best. And I will speak to you real soon. Bye.